Dear distinguished delegates, esteemed guests, and all students, the contest will begin shortly. Please take your seats and kindly turn your phones to the silent mode so the competition may begin. Hello everyone, before starting the competition, I would like to check the attendance of all the teams again. Vin University, are you guys here? Everyone is here? Okay. Phoebe from City UMP. Okay. Les Miserables from School of Medicine. Electric from Hồng Bàng International University. Cardiorespiratory team. Vietnamese University of Traditional Medicine. Professor Chen, so we have section B, all of them is here. Okay. The Three Musketeers from UMP. Team 3 from School of Medicine. Striving from City UMP. program today will also be live streaming in our official website.
Joining us today, we are honored to welcome all the distinguished
also studying at CTUMP from the universities and academies specialized in health sciences who have come to attend our competition today. We warmly welcome you all.
Welcome to the oral round. We will repeat the order of the oral round. Session A.
In Section A, the first team would be Vinh University.
The next team is Phoebe from CTUMP.
The third team is Les Miserables from School of Medicine, Vietnam National University at Ho Chi Minh City.
And now is Session B.
Section B, the first one is Electric from Hồng Bàng International University.
And the next team of Session B is Cardiorespiratory team from CTUMP.
The third team would be Vietnamese University of Traditional Medicine.
And please welcome teams from Session C.
The first one is the Three Musketeers from University of Medicine and Pharmacy at Ho Chi Minh City.
And the next team of Session C is Team 3 from School of Medicine, Vietnam National University, Ho Chi Minh City.
And the last team would be Striving from CTUMP.
Next, we will go through the rule of the oral round again. The program today will have 3 parts. The first oral round of 9 teams, the semifinals of 6 teams, and the final of the best 3 teams. All answers will be written on a whiteboard.
In the first oral round, there will be 3 sections. 3 teams will compete with each other in each section. The grouping in each section will be according to the written round scores. Each section will have 6 questions in total. The first question will be addressed to student A of the team. The second and the third question will be given to student B and student C respectively. A second cycle of 3 questions will then be repeated for student A, B, and C. To enter the semifinals, we will choose one best team from each section, which means that there will be 3 winning teams and also 3 other teams from 3 other best team score from any section. That would make 6 teams in total for the semifinal. In the event of a tie score, the marks from the written round will decide.
In semifinals, there will be 2 sessions with 3 teams in each session. The grouping in the semifinal will be according to the scores in the first oral round. 6 questions will be given as in the first round. The winner of each session and one other team with the best score will enter the finals. In the event of a tie score, the marks from the written round will decide.
In the final round, 6 questions will be asked and the first, second, and third winners will be decided. In the event of a tie score, to decide the first winner, a maximum of 3 extra questions will be asked by Professor Chen. Should a tie persist, the written round will decide.
For the judging panel, Professor Dr. Tian Win Minh from the Department of Physiology, Faculty of Medicine, University Malaya will be the official judge for our oral round today. We would like to invite Professor Dr. Tian Win Minh to come on stage and take the lead. Please notice that 2 doors of the hall will be closed to reduce noise. Please limit moving in and out during the competition.
We wish you all the best of luck in the upcoming challenge. Goodbye and see you later.
Hello, good morning. So let me just welcome the first 3 teams to come forward so that they get used to the temperature here may be different from the temperature there. So the Vinh team maybe okay, right. Let's just get them comfortable on stage. So we welcome the Vinh University team, the Phoebe team from the host university, and Les Miserables, I think, from Ho Chi Minh City. So you were asked to, some of you have more than 3 students, but for this oral round, we ask you to, which you have already done so, I believe, 3 of your team members, please come forward. And one student will sit by the table, and the other 2, you will get a chance to answer the question. You will sit behind. And then I will explain what is going on as we proceed. Yeah, please come forward. The stage is yours. Vin, Les Miserables, and Phoebe. Yeah. You don't need any paper. Oh, yeah. Can you show the group B? Yeah. So sorry. The group A team is not complete because they have some very exciting activity last night. So maybe takes a little bit warming up to get ready. So it doesn't really matter. We will start with group B, the complete. Sorry. Yeah. Please take a seat. Yeah. We start with group B. So electric. Yeah. The electric team from Hong Bang University. 3 members. Please come forward. One of you sit in front, the other 2 behind. Yeah, please take a seat. Yeah. And then from the host university cardiorespiratory team, please come forward, 3 members. And then the team from the traditional medicine university, please come forward, 3 members. Yep, we're waiting for you, right? Yep. So the one who is sitting in front will be the first person to answer, okay? Yeah. It doesn't matter which. Okay, great, yeah. Okay, so let me just tell you a little bit. Yeah, okay, so, yeah. So this is still just a little bit of introduction to this event. So I'm very happy that Professor Yoshihiro is here to represent IUPS, which is International Union of Physiological Society, the big umbrella for everything physiology that is going on in the world. And he's one of the vice president. So very happy for, and also very glad that Dr. Tam and her enthusiastic colleague has organized this first Indochina physiology quiz to promote physiology learning and teaching. So let me say, for those of you who may not be aware, that this Indochina quiz is part of a global family of physiology quiz. The physiology quiz started 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago, 2003. So when I was 20 years younger, and when my BMI was not so large, and I had more hair. Okay, so that's many years ago. So it started as a very small quiz. It was just my little hobby. Only 7 universities took part in Malaysia. And then the interest in physiology grew. And now at the most recent physiology quiz, pre-COVID, 2019, we have, I think, 80 universities from about almost 20 countries taking part. And so this is the big one every year that has been organized, except for the few COVID years. And then as a result, the mother in Malaysia, other countries have already the initiative to also organize their own national. As I said, Indochina quiz has now joined the family of the world. So now we have at least 10 other countries that have their own national quiz. Including one in North India, and there's one even in Mongolia. There's one national quiz. It's done in Mongolian. and many different countries. Okay, so this morning we're happy to have the first Indo-China quiz. We're hoping that we will get representation from all the 3 countries represented by Indochina or Indochine. There's only one university from Laos, one medical school, and they are here actually. Okay, Cambodia have about 4 or 5, but for some reason they were not able to join us. But we're still very happy that we get a good representation. So the students are looking anxious. This is the first time. They're not sure what's going to happen. So this is session 1. There were a total of 20 teams. They sat for a written test, and we chose the top 9 teams to enter into this second day. Okay, so what we'll do is that we will start the session B very soon. So the students are basically divided, will be answering the questions separately. So this will be the A students, and then when the cycle of okay. So the first question will be asked to question A, okay, and then they go back, and then the B students come forward, and you answer the second questions together, and then the C students come forward and answer the third question, and then we will repeat the cycle, and so there will be 6 questions for every session, and that will complete the session. Okay, so and there will be one winner from this session. So there will be 3 winners, plus we need 6 teams to enter the semifinals. So the 3 winners from session A, B, C goes in the semifinal, and then we will choose the 3 best scores from the other teams to join the 3 winners. So there will be 6. Okay. So after this round, don't be too disappointed yet if you are not one of the winner. You will depend on how the other teams perform. Okay. So now we normally prepare if we have a whiteboard. Okay, but now it doesn't really matter. So there will be plenty of space for you to write on the paper. Okay, so all answers will be written within 30 seconds. Okay, there will be a clock that will be time. It will be 30 seconds. So the questions have been designed so that you can finish writing in 30 seconds. So if you find yourself writing a lot, that means most likely your answer is wrong, because we don't require such complex explanation. Okay? So within 30 seconds, after I have asked the question twice, slowly, then when the clock starts, think about it and finish writing by 30 seconds. Okay? Let's look at trial run. Okay? So whoever is controlling the clock, please, let's practice. Okay? So imagine that this is the first question. Okay? So get your pen ready. So the question is, so I'm going to read the question twice, and then the clock will start. Okay? But you don't have to wait for the clock to start writing if you know the answer. Okay? But you must finish writing by the time the bell rings. Okay? Now, do we need to change my microphone? Yeah, but it keeps switching off. Hello? Is it okay now? Hello? Hello? Is it okay? Okay, right, okay. So, some students are still coming in, but we will decide at a certain point so that when the competition starts, we have to lock the door so that the students are not distracted. It's like when you go for your beautiful orchestra music, you have to lock the door so that the musicians are not distracted, okay? But anyway, we're still practicing. Okay, so the first question to you, okay? Now, obviously, the reason why your friends are behind is so that we don't want any discussion. We want a good representation of the team's strength so that every individual will get a chance to respond, okay? So the first question, this is as if it's a question, what is the capital of Malaysia? What is the capital of Malaysia? Clock. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, when you hear the bell, please show your answer, okay? So this is practice. Okay, once you hear the bell, you must show your answer immediately. Okay. Okay, right. Show your answer. Yeah, show your answer. Okay. Now, okay, it says sorry now. Show your answer. Keep showing answer so that we make a decision, okay? Okay, first comment is that your handwriting must be as big as possible. Let's keep your answer up, okay? And the reason is because what cannot be read will not be given any credit, okay? So what we mean is that as large as possible and, okay, let's keep it up. Just practice keeping it up, okay? No, keep it up, yeah, keep it up, okay? Keep it up until I say put down, okay? So if your answer is correct, we'll give you 2 points. Okay, so sorry, no two points. What is that? Kuala Lumpur, that's 2 points, and Kuala Lumpur, 2 points. Okay, so okay, so going again. Important. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah. You can hear me now? Right, okay. So important thing is write as big as possible. So if we can't read what you're writing, we will not ask you to, so actually you don't need the microphone. We will not ask you to explain whether this is A or E, okay? Okay, so that way from experience, the quiz progresses smoothly, okay? Now, okay, the other thing we'd like to your cooperation is that try to, even if you know your answer here, you want to, you're so excited, I know the answer. Be as quiet as possible. Let the, let the participants think and answer the question, okay? Try to maintain your silence. It's very important for the quiz, okay? So, so with that, do you have any questions? Maybe I missed something. You okay? All right? You okay? Okay, right. So we will shut the door. Are all the 9 teams here? Just to check so that we can really lock the door. Yeah.
Alo. Như thầy thông báo thì khi mà cuộc thi bắt đầu thì mình sẽ khóa cửa lại. Bây giờ mình xin phép được kiểm tra 9 đội đã có mặt ở đây hết.
Let's just have a last attendance.
Bảng A, Vin University, các bạn tới chưa ạ? Phoebe, Lê Mise Coupler. Bảng C, Đại học Y Dược Thành phố Hồ Chí Minh. Team 3 from School of Medicine. Okay. Striving. Okay. The 9 team is here, so we will lock the door.
Okay, so the door is going. There are 3 sets of questions. has been prepared. So in order to randomize it, so I normally bring some playing cards. Normally I bring 1, 2, 3 and all that, 3 sets of questions, but I couldn't find the 1, 2, 3 in my incomplete playing cards. So this will be J, okay, representing first set of questions, and set of questions. So I'm just going to ask one of the team members to select, okay, to choose which set of questions will be used, okay? So, okay, the 6th question, you will answer and then move back. So the ones at the back, try not to discuss among yourself. Okay, try not to discuss, even though you know the answer, okay, so that you don't interrupt the thinking process of a friend. Now, just to also mention that we tried to simplify a little bit this quiz. These questions are representative of the big mega event, so that you get a feel of the standard of the question. But we've tried to at least modify it slightly so that it's easier to run this first event, because English language is not the first language here, okay? So for example, some questions have 2 parts. So in the normal competition, we do require 2 parts to be correct before you get any credit. So it's quite challenging. But I've decided, so that we want to get more marks, that if you get 1 part, if the questions have 2 parts, if you get 1 part, we will still give you 1 mark. If you get 2 parts, if the questions are 2 parts, we'll give you 2 marks. Okay? Okay. Can you hear? This physiology quiz in Indochine. There are 2 parts. If you get it correct, if you get 1 correct, you get 1 mark. Okay? So question 1, I will read it slowly. State the 2 main extracellular fluid that physiologic condition. State the 2 main extracellular fluid ion that have equilibrium potential under physiologic condition. Start the clock. Write big, handwriting, immediately when the buzzer rings, okay? Hello? Can you hear me now? Okay. So keep it up. The correct 2 answers is chloride and potassium. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Yeah. Okay. So for the team from traditional medicine, you get 1 mark. For the team from the host university, chloride bicarbonate, you get 1 mark. Chloride is correct. And from the team from electric, potassium and chloride, you get 2 marks. Okay, good. Okay, so we change to the Okay, so write as big as possible. There's plenty of paper, plenty of space. Okay, so those at the back, to remind you, no discussion, okay? So, okay, no discussion behind, so that we don't have to penalize marks. Okay, no discussion, okay? So your question is, compare the sodium and the potassium transmembrane gradient at the neuron, okay? And this is the question. Are the two cation gradients equally steep? Okay. Second choice, sodium gradient steeper than potassium. Third choice, potassium gradient steeper than sodium. I repeat, compare the sodium and potassium transmembrane gradient at the neuron. Are the two cation gradients, three choices, just choose one, equally steep, the gradient, sodium gradient steeper than potassium, or potassium gradient steeper than sodium? Clock, please. So audience, try to maintain your silence. Yeah. Right, big, huh? Yeah. So just put the two letters, sodium, potassium, which one is higher, okay? Not yet. The clock hasn't stopped. Yeah. Okay, sure answer. No verbal answer. We will just decide on your. If we cannot understand your answer, we will not give any marks. Okay. Sodium greater than, the answer should be potassium. Put it up. Just keep it up. Okay. The answer should be potassium greater than sodium. Okay, just keep it up. Just for education, it's about at least 30 times higher inside. For sodium, it's about 10 times higher outside. Okay, so the answer is wrong for traditional medicine. Potassium steeper than sodium. Your answer is correct. Okay, your answer is correct. You can put it down. And now this is the problem here. No. Potassium steeper. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So be careful because I almost couldn't read it. Okay, but I think okay. The correct answer for electric, 2 marks. Electric and cardiorespiratory is correct. Yeah. Okay. So now we have the C students. Yeah. Give a clap. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So no discussion behind. So just to prime your brain, okay, so this question is from renal physiology, from kidney, so you can think kidney now, okay, right? Okay, your question is, which part of the juxtamedullary nephrons is described as generating free water, free as in FREE, which will then be excreted during positive water balance? I repeat, which part of the juxtamedullary nephrons is described as generating free water, FREE, free, which will then be excreted during positive water balance? Clock, please. Okay, about 5 seconds left. So finish writing big and large. Okay, let's have your answer. Show it up. Yeah. Okay. So distal tubule is not correct. Okay, distal tubule is not correct. Thick ascending limb and early distal tubule. Yeah. Okay. Let me. Okay. Capsule is no. It's not correct. Okay. Now, thick ascending limb and early distal tubule is mainly in the ascending limb. Perhaps it may not be wrong. We can give him 1 mark. Yeah. Yeah, so, right. Okay, so just to remind you that the ascending loop of Henle is a very unusual part of the physiology because this part of the kidney is impermeable to water, which is very unusual. That's why it's able to generate the free water. Okay. Okay. Now we are in the second cycle. Am I right? 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this question is from respiratory physiology. So switch your brain to respiratory physiology, and it's about lung volume and lung capacity. Okay, just to prime your brain. So now I will make one sentence first, and then the question will come. Okay, so the sentence I want to make is the inspiratory capacity is higher lying down compared with standing up. This is a sentence. Okay, the inspiratory capacity is higher lying down compared with standing up. So the question is, how is this explained with reference to the decreased size of another lung volume or capacity when you're lying down? Let me repeat the question. The inspiratory capacity is higher lying down compared with standing up. How is this explained with reference to the decreased size of another lung volume or capacity when lying down? You just need to name me this other reduced lung volume capacity. Yeah. Clock, please. Yeah. So write as big as you can. That's right, yeah. Okay, you have about 5 seconds left. Okay, let's see your answer. Okay, dead space, traditional medicine, that's not correct. Sorry, let's look at lie down. Okay, no, the answer is not correct from CTUMP, and the increased pressure from gravity is also not correct. Okay, so none of the teams have the answer. So let me give you the answer. The inspiratory capacity plus something known as the functional residual capacity. That's what we want. Together, they make up the total capacity. So the functional residual capacity, or in the English textbook is FRC, is actually reduced. So that's why the IC is increased. Okay, yeah. So okay, let's have the B students, the second students. Yeah. Okay, this question has 2 parts. Again, you can get the full marks or just have the marks. It's from your cardiovascular physiology, okay, the heart. Okay, in a transplanted heart, state 2 ways the strength of the cardiac pump can still increase. I repeat, in a transplanted heart, state 2 ways in which the strength of the cardiac pump can still increase. Clock, please. Okay, right big, yeah. It's about 5 seconds left. Okay, let's see your answer. Okay, so the answer is wrong. You mentioned drugs. We're not talking about the external. Okay, answer is wrong. Okay, epinephrine or adrenaline, that's one of the correct answer. The hormones can still increase the strength. So that's 1 mark for CTUMP. and you have norepinephrine in the vessel secreted. Okay, so this norepinephrine, yeah, okay. Norepinephrine, okay, we can give you 1 mark. Is the main hormone from the adrenal gland is actually epinephrine, but there is some norepinephrine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so okay, right. The last question, yeah. Okay, just for education, the physiology quiz is also part of a learning experience. That's why even though some of the teams may be disappointed that they didn't make it to this round, I hope you are in the audience, you are still learning. So the first one is obviously hormone. Hormone can still increase the strength of the cardiac pumping. The second one is something you will obviously know if I tell you. It's described by Ernest Starling, Starling's law of the heart. More in, more out. Okay? So this is the intrinsic mechanism that does not require any. So even in a transplanted heart, it's still okay. So this is the final question for session B. So let's have your cooperation. Yep. Okay, it's an important question. So this endocrine system. Okay, endocrine system, 2 parts. So your question is, this is a question on this very long hormone, not long hormone. The name of the hormone is very long. It's called human chorionic somatomamotropin, or HCS, human chorionic somatomamotropin. Okay, so the question is, state the effect, if any. So you can say no effect, okay, if any, or increase, decrease. You just need to say increase, decrease, or no effect. Okay. State the effect, if any, of human chorionic somatomamotropin on 1, the first part, maternal plasma fatty acid. 2, maternal plasma glucose. Let me repeat. State the effect, if any, of human chorionic somatomamotropin on 1, maternal plasma fatty acid. So you need to give one answer there, the fatty acid. 2, maternal plasma glucose. That's the second answer we want. Okay. Clock, please. Clock. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So make sure you write the fatty acid and the glucose, so that we know which is which. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay, show your answer soon now. Okay, right, let's see. Okay, so let me simplify. The human chorionic somatomamotropin actually behaves like growth hormone. If you remember that, then it's easier. So as similar to effect of growth hormone, both the fatty acid as well as the glucose should increase. Okay? So small. Oh, you didn't give the answer whether increase or decrease. Okay, so no marks for traditional medicine. Both increase CTUMP, that's correct. That's correct, 2 marks. No effect, increase, so 1 mark. Yeah. Okay, thank you, the 3 teams from VIN, from CTUMP, cardiorespiratory, and Vietnam University of Traditional Medicine. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just remain seated. Yeah, we just make a so at least for this session B. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Right. So the winning team that have a pathway to the semi-final is cardiorespiratory for CTUMP, and then we will look again at the scores from the other 2 sessions before we decide the 3 best scores to enter. Okay. So thank you very much for your participation. Yeah. Yeah, so now we can call back session A. So I understand that some teams went to the floating market, so maybe they were a bit late. Yeah. So the three teams from session A, what are their names? So make a record of the marks. Okay. So we go back to A. Yeah. Okay. So Vin University, Phoebe and Les Miserables. Yeah, let's welcome the team from Vin University, Phoebe from the host university, and from Ho Chi Minh VNU. Please come forward. Okay, so we have two more sets of questions, and so I'll ask one team member to select here. Okay, we'll have a practice so that you're used to writing. So let me ask you the question. What is the national flower of Malaysia? What is the national flower of Malaysia? Clock, please. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's see your answer. Oh, we have, okay. Okay, oh, hello, yeah. Okay, the first thing, CTUMP, your handwriting as big as possible, okay? Lily is not correct, anyway, and that is, okay, the answer is hibiscus. Hibiscus, okay, right. Okay, use a new sheet of paper as we start this session B, session A, okay. Okay, your first question, okay, audience, thank you. Name the equation, just the name, that account the membrane permeability of multiple ions in order to calculate the resting membrane potential. Name the equation that takes into account the permeability of multiple ions in order to calculate the resting membrane potential. Clock, please. No discussion behind. CTUMP. Okay, you have 5 seconds left. Okay, let's see your answer. We just want the name, okay? Okay. Okay, the name is actually the Goldman equation. You just want the name. So that is not correct, okay? Nernst is only for one ion. Nernst is only for one ion. So none of the teams have got it correct, yeah. Okay, we have the second student, yeah. Okay, thank you, audience. Yeah, please. Yeah. Okay, this is a question on your muscle. Okay, muscle question. Okay, muscle. Okay. Again, just name the muscle fiber type. Okay, which has, these are the two characteristics: high myoglobin content and a high myosin ATPase activity. Just the name of the type. Name the muscle fiber type which has high myoglobin content and also a high myosin ATPase. Clock, please. Yeah. So it's high myoglobin, so it should be oxidative. It's high myosin, so the answer we want is fast oxidative. No, answer is not correct. Answer is not correct. No, it should be fast oxidative. So none of the teams have got that correct. Okay. Okay, so the next question for the third student is from renal physiology. Okay, renal physiology, and it's related to renal clearance. Renal clearance. Okay, so your question is the ratio of two renal clearances can be used to calculate the filtration fraction. You are just asked to name the solute which is used for the two renal clearance. Just the two names, okay? Let me repeat. The ratio of two renal clearances can be used to calculate the filtration fraction. Name the two solutes used in the two renal clearance. Okay, clock please. Yeah. Okay, so write large. Okay, about 5 seconds left. Okay, let's see your answer. CTUMP, yeah. Okay, so there are two. One is the one that most students would be expected to know. Clearance of inulin is used to estimate GFR. And the other one is clearance of para-amino butyric acid. If you say pi, just keep it up. So inulin, you have 1 mark. One mark for Les Miserables, 1 mark. Sodium and chloride, that's not correct. And inulin and PAR, yep, you got your 2 marks, right? Okay, we move to the respiratory system. Okay, respiratory system. Okay. If the FRC is functional residual capacity, at the end of a normal breath, okay? So if the FRC is due to two factors, and one of them is the lung elasticity, what is the other factor? Let me repeat. If the functional residual capacity is due to two factors, and one of them is the lung elasticity, what is the other factor or determinant? Yeah, clock please. Okay, about 5 minutes left. So 5 seconds left. Okay, let's see your answer. Okay, so the FRC at the end of a normal breath, the lung elasticity always getting my word, recoil inwards. So it is balanced by what is known as the outward chest recoil. Okay, so we can accept Les Miserables, chest recoil is correct, surface tension is not correct, compliance is not correct. Okay, chest recoil, yeah. Okay. Okay, a question from your cardiovascular physiology. Okay, so your question is reduction in what force, FORCE, decrease the diastolic blood pressure in arteriosclerosis. Okay, reduction in what force, name this force, decreases the diastolic blood pressure in arteriosclerosis. Clock, please. Yeah. Okay, the clock went missing, I think. Okay, so let's see your answer. The other way. Oh, no answer. Okay, so in arteriosclerosis, there is stiffening of the artery. So that affects the recoil force. So the recoil force is less. And recoil force is normally the one that is responsible for the diastolic blood pressure. So the answer we want is just the recoil force of the arteries, okay? That is reduced. So no answers from any team. Okay, yeah. Okay, we are into the last question for this session B. Okay, it appears the questions may be more challenging. Anyway, so let's have your cooperation for this last question. Yeah, okay. So, please, yeah. Okay, back to endocrine, okay, from reproductive physiology. How does the Sertoli cell, S-E-R-T-O-L-I, Sertoli cells, help to concentrate testosterone in the lumen of the seminiferous tubules? Repeat the question. How does the Sertoli cells help to concentrate testosterone in the lumen of the seminiferous tubules? No discussion at the back. Clock, please. Yeah, okay. Five seconds left. Okay, so let's see your answer. reabsorb water, that's not correct. Produce protein to stimulate. No, I don't think we can accept answer. I'll explain why. Okay, and so none of the teams have the correct answer. Okay, so the question is, how does the Sertoli cells help to concentrate testosterone in the lumen of the seminiferous tubule? Now, learning physiology sometimes physiologic. So actually, if you logically make a guess, sometimes it's most likely correct. So basically, it does produce a protein that binds the androgen. That's why it concentrates it. Okay, that's what we want. It secretes an androgen binding protein. Okay, right. Thank you for your participation. Yeah. Okay, so this is a slightly lower scoring round. Perhaps the questions are a bit more challenging. So the team that joins the semi-final would be from Les Miserables. Right? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Right. So we will move to the third session before we probably have a short break before the semi-finals. Okay. Okay, let's welcome the three musketeers from Ho Chi Minh. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. The three musketeers, and also from Ho Chi Minh, from VNU, and then the team from the host university, Striving. Yeah. Okay, so we don't have to choose the question. It's the third set. Okay, so yeah, let's practice writing. Okay, so your question is, what is my favorite drink? What is my favorite drink? Yeah, you don't need 30 seconds. But we let the clock run, so you get, okay. We let the clock run, yeah. So it's 30 seconds. That's about the time. Okay. Okay, let's see your answer. Oh, beer. Beer. Yeah, yeah. Alcohol. Orange juice. Yeah. Okay, the answer is coffee. So none of the teams got it correct. Yeah, okay. Okay, so, right, we're going to start the last session. Yeah. Okay, we will need a break after this so that we can talk a bit more. Yeah, so write big and large and no discussion at the back. Okay. So your question is, state the specific cell that is responsible for buffering excess extracellular fluid potassium in the brain. State the specific cell that is responsible for buffering excess extracellular fluid potassium in the brain. Clock, please. Okay, let's see your answer. What is that? Dendritic cells, no. Answer is not correct. Principal cell is not correct. Microglia is not specific enough. The cell we want is astrocyte. Astrocyte, okay? So none of the teams have got it correct. Astrocytes have an important function. It's part of the glia cells. Okay, come. B students. Okay, audience, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So the next question is on autoregulation of blood flow. Okay, comparing the kidney autoregulation and the coronary, both have autoregulation of blood flow. Okay, so that's your question. So comparing the autoregulation of renal and the autoregulation of coronary blood flow, state the name of a similar mechanism that is involved in both the kidney and in the heart. Okay, let me repeat. If you compare the autoregulation of blood flow in the kidney as well as autoregulation of the coronary blood flow, state the name, the common or similar mechanism involved. Okay, about 5 seconds left. Okay, let's see your answer. Yeah, it's okay, right? Oh, no answer. Okay, right, similar. Yeah. So, so if I tell you your answer, you probably know it. Yeah, it's just the intrinsic property of the arterioles in both the kidney and the coronary. We use the word myogenic mechanism. That's all. All I wanted was the word myogenic mechanism. Huh? Okay, right. Okay, no marks for any team. Okay, question 3, myogenic mechanism. Yeah. Okay. Okay, they're actually it's like 2-part question. We will accept this as a 2-part question, and this is on a simple calculation in renal physiology. Simple calculation. How would you use two? You don't need calculator. You only have 20 seconds. Yeah. How would you use two urine parameters to calculate the excreted load of bicarbonate? Okay. How would you use two urine parameters to calculate the excreted load of bicarbonate? Okay. So name the two parameters. Okay. Clock, please. Yeah. Okay, you have about 5 seconds left. Okay, yep. Okay, there's no answer. Yeah, I think you know, if I tell you, the general equation is just UXV. Those are the two. So UX is just the urine concentration of bicarbonate, and V is just rate of urine flow. You just multiply the two. Okay? All right, let's move on to question 4. Okay, so this is the second cycle of this session. So back to respiratory system, okay? So we want you to name this pressure. Okay, there are many pressures in respiratory physiology. So I tell my students, respiratory physiology is very pressurable. I don't know whether you understand the English joke. Anyway, okay, so this is, just name one pressure, this pressure, okay? So the scenario is the vascular resistance of some segments of the pulmonary vessels are increased at residual volume. Name the pressure involved. I repeat, the vascular resistance of some segments of the pulmonary vessels are increased at residual volume. Name the pressure involved. Okay, let's have your answer. No answer. Okay, so it's not so difficult. When you are at residual volume, basically you've done a forced expiratory residual volume. Right? This is when you achieve residual volume. So basically it's the increase in the intrathoracic pressure that compresses the vessel. Yeah? So the answer is intrathoracic pressure increase. Okay? Yeah. Okay, let's move to question 5. And I'm sure we will get some scores before we finish. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay, thank you for the encouragement. Yeah. Okay, so now I think what you can do is, if you want, just draw an ECG. Just draw on a paper, ECG, electrocardiogram. Just draw. This is not a question. Just draw. I assume that everybody can draw. Just draw the ECG. If you want to simplify your answer, because we were asking you where on the ECG, okay? Or you can describe in words if you don't want to draw. But if you want, you can draw first, save you time, okay? Draw a normal ECG, then I'll ask you the question, okay? But if you are not comfortable with drawing normal ECG, then you can just write in words, okay? But okay, that's fine. So one or two of you have drawn. Okay, this is your question. Along the ECG, you can, if you have drawn, you just point an arrow. If you have not drawn, just say in a few words, okay? Along the ECG, indicate where the steepest increase in the intraventricular pressure begins, okay? Along the ECG, indicate with an arrow or in a few words where the steepest increase in the intraventricular pressure begins. Clock, please. Okay, let's see your answer. Yep, sure answer. Okay, no answer. Okay, it's a little slightly challenging, but not so much. So you've drawn the ECG. It's quite nice. Yeah. So the steepest part occurs when the ventricle starts to contract. The initial part, I think you describe it as isovolumetric increase. So this must be just after. Just beginning of systole, basically. So it is actually just after the QRS. QRS, okay. So your arrow is not on the right side, so we cannot give it a mark, okay. So the answer we want is just after QRS, the beginning of systole, okay. Okay, so no marks for this question. Okay, on the last. Yes, yeah. Okay, let's have yeah. Okay, so this question has, you can get two parts, or you can hopefully get at least one part. Okay, so this is from female reproductive system. Okay, so the hormone is estrogen. Okay, estrogen increases the uterine responsiveness by upregulating a hormone receptor and also increasing an intercellular structure. So there are two parts. So name the receptor and the intercellular structure. Let me repeat. Estrogen increases the uterine responsiveness by upregulating, increasing a hormone receptor and also increasing an intercellular structure. Name the receptor and the intercellular structure. Okay, clock. Yeah. Okay, about 5 seconds left. Okay. Answer first, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the first receptor, sorry, the hormone receptor which is upregulated by estrogen is the oxytocin receptor. Keep answer up, yeah. Yeah, keep answer up. Keep answer up, yeah. And the intercellular structure, because the uterine contracts, is actually just the gap junction. Yeah. So oxytocin receptor and gap junction. Unfortunately, we did not get any answer. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we will ask the done to choose the winning team from here. So the winning team from this session will be decided by the best written score among the three. No. No, even if there's a tie between the three, the best team that goes into the semi-final will be the best score from the written test. You can write out the written score test. Yeah. I hope there is no tie in the written score test. Then we will have a little bit of problem. Yeah, can we write out the written? Okay, ready, gentlemen, ladies. 63.67, yeah. 58.5. Okay, and we hope that. Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah. So we have a winning team from the written test, which is from the Three Musketeers. Yeah. Okay. 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 Thank you for your participation. Yeah. So I'll pass the time back to the chairperson. Yeah.
alo, 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 một hai, alo, 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 một hai, alo, 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 một hai, alo.
Hello everyone, dear distinguished delegates, esteemed guests, and all students. The contest will begin shortly. Please take your seats and kindly turn your phones to the silent mode so the competition may begin. May I invite Professor Chen to start the semi-final, please.
Okay, the quiz organizing committee have chosen the 6 semi-finalists, 3 winning teams, as you saw, from each group, plus the 3 best scores from the other teams. And then the way in which the grouping of the semi-finals is done in the same way. That means the tops, they're all ranked into 1 to 6. And then you put rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, rank 5, rank 6. Okay? So on that basis, we have the first semi-final group, which is Les Miserables from Ho Chi Minh, Cardiorespiratory from Cantor, and the 3 Musketeers. Ho Chi Minh, is it? What is YDS? Ho Chi Minh, yeah, okay. So let's welcome the, so if you have four members in your team, you can change the composition if you want, or you can keep to the same three. It's entirely up to you, okay? So let's welcome three members of these three teams to come forward and and be seated down while we prepare for the semifinals. Yes, Les Miserables. Cardiorespiratory. CTUMP looks like the word pump. Cardiorespiratory pump. Oh. Three Musketeers, Les Miserables, Miserables, or whatever. Okay. Miserables. Okay, so you know the format now, so we don't have to ask any more practice question. Okay, like what is my favorite food? We don't have to ask that anymore. Okay. Okay, we just since there are two sets of questions, I'll just Jose and Q. So we look at the second set. Okay, are you ready, teams? Okay, so no discussion behind. And audience, thank you for your cooperation. So let's begin with the first question. Okay, so the question is, state, you have to lock the door. The door is locked. Is the door locked? Yeah. Fam? Fu? Fam? No, is the door locked? Yeah, we have to lock the door, yeah. Both sides, I think, yeah. Can we lock this door too? Yeah. Right, thank you, right, yeah. Okay, let's start with the first question. State the first, state the first cell in the visual pathway from photoreceptors onwards that is capable of firing an action potential. State the first cell in the visual pathway from photoreceptors onward that is capable of firing an action potential. Clock, please. No discussion behind. Three Musketeers. Three Musketeers, no discussion behind. Yeah. Okay, right, large and big. Okay, let's see your answer. Rod, no answer. Epithelial. Yes, okay. The answer we want is obviously many layers. Answer we want is actually just the ganglion cells. That's the first cell that will fire the action potential. The rest are local synaptic, okay? Okay, B student. Okay, two parts. So your chance to get both the 2 marks or just one. Okay. So there are, I'll give you the name of the 2 neurons, and you tell me the postsynaptic membrane potential that will be generated. Okay. So the question is 2 parts. Name the postsynaptic membrane potential at a GABA neuron, GABA, and the second one is at a glycine neuron. 2 parts. Name the postsynaptic membrane potential at a GABA neuron, GABA, and second one is a glycine neuron. No discussion, CTUMP. Yeah, give me the name. It can be abbreviation. It's all right. Okay, about 5 seconds left. Okay, let's see your answer. Oh, no, you. Yeah, none of you have a name. This is a GABA neuron. It's an inhibitory neuron. So we want the word inhibitory postsynaptic potential. You can just put IPSP. So both are inhibitory neurons. So we just want IPSP, IPSP. Okay, right. Okay, third student. Okay, this is, yeah, audience please, yeah. So this is again a simple, yeah, no discussion behind. Yeah. This is again a straightforward, simple calculation from kidney, from renal physiology. How would you calculate 2 parts? You can get either one correct. 2 parts. How would you calculate the filtered load of calcium? How would you calculate the filtered load of calcium? Or load here means the rate of calcium filtration. The two factors you need to use, okay, to calculate. Just name the 2, yeah. Okay, write large and big. Okay, let's see your answer. Okay. 3 Musketeers, no, we cannot accept the answer. I'll give you the answer. And GFR times free calcium. Okay, cardiovascular team, the GFR is 1 answer, multiplied by the free calcium. That's correct, 2 marks. Yeah. And then, okay, the one from Les Miserables, you have renal blood flow, which is not the one. Plasma calcium, you have to say the free, because only the free is filtered. Yeah, okay, so we cannot give you any marks here. Okay, question, let's move on to the next student. Okay, this is a respiratory system on carbon dioxide action, okay? And it's related to something called the ventilation perfusion matching, VQ, okay? So I need just to give you the context. So the question is, what bronchial, the bronchus, what bronchial smooth muscle adaptation response to carbon dioxide is involved in the ventilation perfusion matching. Okay? Question is, what bronchial smooth muscle adaptation response to carbon dioxide is involved in the ventilation perfusion matching? Just describe that. Okay? Clock, please. Yeah. Okay, let's see your answer. What is that? Dilate when CO2 increases. Okay, I think we can. Okay, the answer we want is that in alveoli which are overventilated, when the CO2 decreases, the bronchus tends to constrict in order to match. Okay, so dilate when CO2 increases. Yes, I think we can give you the marks. Okay, well, keep the other answer. What do you say? Oh, there's no answer here, no answer there. So 2 marks to Three Musketeers. Yes, yeah. Okay, right. Question 5. Okay, we move to cardiovascular system. Okay, so this one you need to name the specific channel. Okay, channel, ion channel. Name the specific channel. Okay, name the specific channel in the myocardium that is slightly affected by hyperkalemia, high potassium, that causes the cardiac muscle to become weak. Okay, name the specific ion channel in the myocardium that is slightly affected by hyperkalemia, increased potassium, that weakens cardiac function. Clock, please. Specific type of the channel. Yeah. Okay, let's see your answer. Okay, yeah, let me explain the answer, then just keep it up first. So in keep it up so that, yeah. So in hyperkalemia, eventually you can cause inactivation of the voltage-gated sodium channel. That's what we want. And that causes a weakening of the myocardium. So the answer we want is voltage-gated sodium channel. So I think, let's have a look. Calcium, 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 yeah. So none of the teams got it correct. Okay. Okay, let's have your cooperation for this important question. So you have 2 parts, so you can get both parts correct. So this is from the endocrine system, and this is about adaptation to cold environment, okay? So question is, during adaptation to cold environment, state the change, if any. You can say no change, increase or decrease. State the change, if any, in the first one, thyrotropin secretion, TSH, thyrotropin. And the second one, autonomic sympathetic activity to the skin. Okay? Let me repeat. During adaptation to cold environment, state the change, if any, in first part, thyrotropin secretion, TSH, thyrotropin. And the second one, autonomic sympathetic activity to the skin. Okay? So in large, let's put thyrotropin, increase, decrease, unchanged, and sympathetic, increase, decrease, unchanged. Yeah. Okay, let's see your answer. Okay, so you need to raise your body heat, so it has to be increased TSH to produce thyroid hormone. So the first one is increased TSH. The second one, you want to reduce heat loss, so you should have increased sympathetic to cause cutaneous vasoconstriction. So both increase, okay? So keep it up. So 3 Musketeers, yeah, increase, that's correct, 2 marks. CTUMP, both decrease, that's not correct. And this one is increase, increase. That's correct. Yeah, 2 marks. Yeah. Okay, we do have a winning team from this first semi-final round that will enter the final. Yeah, congratulations. And then we will look at the second semi-finals to get the second winner, and then the one best scoring team to join them in the finals. Okay, so wait for the results. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, let's welcome the second semi-finalist team of Electric from Hong Bang University and Vin University, and the third one from the University of Traditional Medicine. Yep. Okay, right. So you are comfortable? Okay. So no discussion at the back. And audience, thank you for your cooperation. Okay, your first question is on action potential. Okay, state the specific event that begins at the peak, okay, at the peak of an action potential that allows for repolarization to occur. State the specific event that begins at the peak of an action potential that allows for no discussion at the back. No discussion at the back. That allows for repolarization to occur. No discussion at the back, please. Yeah. Okay, right big. Okay. Oops. Okay, less than 5 seconds. Okay, let's see answer. Okay. So, okay, the answer we want is the inactivation of voltage-gated sodium channel. So, so this is not correct because potassium channel actually opened earlier. So this is correct. Vin University is correct. Inactivation of voltage-gated sodium channel, and potassium channel is not correct. Okay. So only Vin University has 2 marks. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The second question, I'm going to give you three solutes. One is bicarbonate, one is glucose, one is phosphate. 3 solutes, okay? And you are asked to rank them in certain order, this greater than this, okay? So the question I'll ask you, okay? So bicarbonate, glucose, and phosphate. So just put greater, equal, whatever, okay? In order of either increasing or decreasing, doesn't matter, okay? So 3 solutes, okay, this is the question. Now the question says rank in decreasing, but if your symbol is, it doesn't really matter, okay? So rank in decreasing order, the concentration of the 3 solutes in the filtrate in the Bowman's capsule: bicarbonate, glucose, phosphate. Rank in decreasing order, the concentration of the following in the filtrate in the Bowman's capsule? Bicarbonate, glucose, phosphate. No discussion at the back. No discussion at the back. Traditional medicine, no discussion at the back. No discussion at the back. Marks will be penalized. So indicate which is more than which, okay? Okay. So let's see your answer. Okay, so actually this question is like asking what is the concentration of this tree, because it is easily or freely filtered. The concentration in the Bowman capsule is the same as concentration in the plasma. It's a conceptual question. So, so bicarbonate is 24, glucose is about 5, and phosphate is about 2. Okay, so it should be in decreasing order. Should be bicarbonate, glucose, phosphate. Keep your answer here. Okay, now bicarbonate. Okay, this is not correct. It should be bicarbonate, glucose, phosphate. Phosphate, bicarbonate, glucose is not correct. In order is not correct too. Okay, bicarbonate. Okay, right. Okay, so none of the three teams have got the right order. Okay. So bicarbonate is 24, glucose is about 5, and phosphate is very low. Okay. Okay, this is a two-part question. And this is a question about graph. You know graph? Yeah, so most students, including, I think, at least my students, generally don't like graph. Okay, so I've called this graphs disease. I don't know whether you know the humor. Okay, anyway. So we want you to tell me the two axes. Okay, the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, and just put x is what, y is what. Okay, so because this will help us to know whether you understand the concept. Okay, so this is your question. In the classical graph that demonstrates that creatinine, C-R-E-A-T-I-N-I-N-E, creatinine is a useful solute to measure, to monitor renal function, or GFR. State the parameters on the x and the y-axis. Okay? In the classical graph that demonstrates that creatinine is a useful solute to measure, to monitor renal function, or GFR, state the parameters on the x and the y-axis. Just put x, what it is, y is what it is. Okay? Clock, please. Yes. Okay, let's see your answer. Oh, no answer from this team. Can you put it up higher? Now, let me come back to you, because X is glomerular filtration rate. Okay, that's right. And okay, so you can have 1 mark for this. X is correct. X is the changes in the glomerular filtration rate. Okay. Now the Y should be the, sit down first. Yeah, the Y is the plasma creatinine concentration. So as the GFR changes, the plasma creatinine goes up. Okay. So yeah, we cannot accept the answer. Okay, right. So no answer from Wien University. Right. Okay, we go to question 4. Okay, we go to the lung function, respiratory system. Okay. So the first statement that I'm going to make is that the pulmonary surfactant, okay, is found in all alveoli. Okay, that's the introductory statement. The question is, how does the surfactant balance the alveolar pressure in all the different sizes alveoli at the end of a normal breath in order to maintain alveoli stability. That means none of the alveoli collapse, okay? Let me repeat. Pulmonary surfactant is found in all alveoli. So the question is, how does the surfactant balance the intra-alveolar pressure inside the alveoli in all the different sizes alveoli in order to maintain alveoli stability? Alveoli stability just means none of the alveoli will collapse, okay? Yeah, clock please. Okay, let's see your answer. Pulmonary, what's this? Decreased resistance of blood vessel. That's not correct, okay? That's not correct. Decreased surface tension, okay? And this one, surfactant decrease the attraction force of water molecules, okay? So the answer has something to do with surfactant, okay? The pulmonary surfactant reduces the surface tension. This is only part of the complete answer, because as I said, surfactant is found in all cells, and surface tension is present in all cells. So the more complete answer we want is, you will get 1 mark for this each, is that surfactant decreases the surface tension more in the smaller alveoli. It has to be, okay? The effect is greater in the smaller alveoli. So we can give 1 mark to each team. Okay, question 5. So again, a question from cardiorespiratory physiology. Okay, audience, please, thank you. So, okay, so any one of you like mountain climbing? Mountain climbing. Oh, you do? Okay, so maybe you answer this question, yeah. Okay, the question is, what can cause the pulmonary arterial pressure to increase during a long stay at high altitude? The question. What can cause the pulmonary arterial pressure to increase during a long stay at high altitude? Clock, please. Yeah. Okay, let's see your answers. Catecholamine pressure, low oxygen. Okay, so none of the team has got the answer. Let me explain. This is something I hope you all will not forget. The effect of hypoxia on the pulmonary vessels is quite exceptional, different from other vessels. In all other vessels, coronary, cerebral, it always vasodilate when exposed to hypoxia. But in the lungs, the vessel, when exposed to hypoxia, vasoconstrict. It is something called hypoxic pulmonary vasoconstriction. And so when you are exposed to chronically low oxygen, the hypoxic pulmonary vasoconstriction can elevate the blood pressure on in the pulmonary circulation, okay? So this is unusual response of pulmonary vessels to hypoxia. Okay, let's go to the final question. Okay, this is an important question. Yeah. Okay, there are 2 parts here from the endocrine system. Okay, and this is a question on the hormone somatostatin. Okay, somatostatin. Okay, so no discussion at the back. Okay. Okay, state the change, if any, same way, increase, decrease, no change, to somatostatin secretion from the hypothalamus during 1, exercise, 2, fasting. That means you don't eat, okay? State the change, if any, to somatostatin secretion from the hypothalamus during 1, exercise, 2, fasting. Okay, clock please. Okay, let's see your answer. Okay. Okay, so let me explain. No, keep it up, keep it up. Keep it up first. Okay, don't put it down. Let me explain. So, somatostatin is obviously regulating growth hormone. It's growth hormone, inhibitory hormone. So, if you remember that growth hormone is always increased in situation that demands more energy, like in fasting and exercise, you will know that growth hormone is increased in both, which means that somatostatin must be decreased in both. Okay, so that's what we want. Decrease in both, keep it up. Decrease, increase, 1 mark. Decrease, decrease, 2 marks. And decrease, decrease, 2 marks. Yeah. Okay, so the winning team from this second finalist round is from Vin University. Congratulations. And then we will ask the committee to tell us which is the third team that will join the 2 finalists. Thank you. You can go back to your seat. Okay, we will commence our final round of this first Indochine or China Physiology Quiz. Let's welcome the three finalists from Hong Bang, from Vinh, and from Ho Chi Minh City, the Three Musketeers. So any three members of a team, please come forward for this final round to decide the first, second, and third placing. Yeah. Okay, right. So this is from Vinh, yeah. Okay, are we ready for the final session? Okay, thank you again for your cooperation. So this final round is again the same format. So in the event of a tie, since this is the final round, we will ask a tie questions. And this is only if there's a tie between the first and the second placing. Okay? Then we will ask a tie question and up to a maximum of 3 tie questions. This is so that I don't run out of tie questions. If after the 3 tie questions there's still a tie, we will look back at the written test. Okay? So okay, let's begin. First question in this final round. No, please strictly keep to no discussion behind. This is an important round, or else we may penalize marks. Okay? So you have a turn to answer. So strictly no discussion, or else I will have to say -1 mark. Okay? Those behind. Okay, right. So let's go. Yeah, first question. Okay, audience, please. Thank you. Right. First question: name or state the type of receptor located on the presynaptic membrane that provides regulatory feedback on the amount of neurotransmitter released by the neuron. Okay? State the type or name the type of receptor that is located on the presynaptic membrane that provides regulatory feedback on the amount of the neurotransmitter released by the neuron. Clock, please. No discussion at the back. Three Musketeers, you are in danger of being penalized. Okay, just short answer. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah. So actually, this is a term that applies to all neurons. Okay. It's just called, because it's an auto-regulation at the presynapse, it's just called autoreceptor. That's all we want. Okay, none of the teams have the answer. Okay, autoreceptor. Okay, next student, please. Okay, right. Audience, please. Thank you. Right. Okay, no discussion again, I have to remind. So in the big competition, because of crowd control, we actually have students in between those at the back in order to remind them. But here is a small group, that's fine. Okay, so please cooperate. Okay, your question is, there are 2 neurons, okay? If a glutamate and an acetylcholine neuron are simultaneously at the same time excited, what is the name of the effect on the postsynaptic potential of the cell body that receives these 2 inputs simultaneously? Let me repeat. If a glutamate neuron and an acetylcholine neuron are simultaneously excited same time, what is the name of the effect on the post-synaptic potential on the cell body that receives these two input at the same time. Clock, please. Okay, let's see your answer. Okay, yeah, so the effect is obviously a summation on the cell body. There are two types. Maybe it's in a different language in your Vietnamese textbook. It's either temporal summation or spatial. So this is two different neurons, so it's a spatial summation. Yeah, spatial summation. Okay. Okay, next student, third student. Yeah. So none of the teams have got an answer. Okay, right. Thank you. Right. Okay, this one may be a bit more straightforward. You just choose. I give you 5, 1, 2, 3, 5 percentages. Okay, 5%, 15, 30, 40, or 50. Okay, 5, 15, 30, 40, or 50. Okay, so your question is, what percentage of nephrons are supplied by the peritubular vasa recta? Okay, what percentage of nephron are supplied by the peritubular vasa recta? Clock, please. 5, 15, 30, 40, 50. Audience, please. Yeah. Okay, 5 more seconds. Okay, let's see. 5, 50, what is that? 1, 5? 15, okay. So these nephrons are called the juxtamedullary nephrons. So you have cortical nephrons, and so a smaller percentage is supplied by the peritubular capillaries. We just call it vasa recta, okay? And the percentage is around 15%. Okay, right. So, all right, so 0, 0, okay? So next student. Okay, 2 parts. Okay, audience, thank you, right? So there's 2 parts, okay? So you can get both parts. So this is, we want you to name a law. There's a lot of law and there's a lot of principle in physiology, okay? So you just need to give us the name, okay? So 2 parts, no discussion at the back. First one, which law describes the factors governing carbon dioxide movement at the alveolar capillary membrane? That's the first one. The second one, which physiologic principle is used to determine pulmonary blood flow? Let me repeat. 1 law, 1 principle, give the name. What law describes the factors governing carbon dioxide movement at the alveolar capillary membrane? Second one, which principle is used to determine the pulmonary blood flow? Clock, please. No discussion at the back. Okay, right. let's see answer. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, let me give you an answer. We try to encourage our students to appreciate your heritage. So some of this information, nowadays you look at the person's name like Starling. You can read about Starling, his history, his family, everything, okay? So the first one, which applies to all diffusion, is Fick's law of diffusion. Fick, none of you have Fick, okay? It's Adolf Fick, that's his first name, okay? And the second one is the principle that is used to measure blood flow, not only in the pulmonary circulation, but in any cerebral or that. It's also Fick, Fick's principle. Yeah, so the both of, for both answer is Fick's law of diffusion and Fick's principle. Yeah, so none of you have got the answer, so no marks here. Okay, again, two parts. So give you a chance to hopefully get one part or both. Yeah. Okay, from cardiovascular. If the veins are denervated, that means you cut the nerve, the veins, V-E-I-N-S. If the veins are denervated, two parts, how will the venous compliance, one, and the venous capacitance change, if any? Here, let me repeat. If the veins are denervated, you cut the nerve, how will the venous, one, and the venous capacitance change, if any? Okay, clock please, yeah. Okay, let's see your answer. Okay, right. Yeah, so if you cut the nerve, the major nerve that affects the veins is your sympathetic nerves. Okay, so without sympathetic nerves, there is absence of the venoconstriction tone. Okay, so when that happens, the venous compliance will increase. And when the compliance increase, it also means that the venous capacitance increase. So both will increase. Okay, just keep it there. So increase, decrease, okay, 1 mark. Yeah. Okay. Increase, no change, 1 mark. And no marks for Team Electric. Yeah. Okay, so this is a very important question. You may decide whether there's a tie or there's no tie, and so on and so forth. It's only one part question, okay, from the endocrine system. So are you ready? Completely no discussion behind, and audience, please cooperate for the hopefully one last time. So the question is, name the non-steroid, not the steroid. Name the non-steroid hormone secreted by the ovarian follicular cell that accounts for the selective decline of one of the two gonadotrophin. Okay? Name the non-steroid hormone, that means it's not a steroid hormone, secreted by the ovarian follicular cell that accounts for the selective decline of one of the two gonadotrophins. Okay? Gonadotrophin is FSH and LH, but this non-steroid hormone selectively, reduce one of the gonadotrophin. Okay? Right. Okay, let's have the answer. Okay. Okay, the answer we want is inhibin. Okay. Yeah. So both have 2 marks. 2 marks, 2 marks here. Oh. No marks here. Okay, so so we do have a tie. So now what we normally do is we ask most of you to go back, except for the 2 tie teams. You just select one person. There will only be one same question. Okay, among the 3 of you, select one person to respond to the tie question. Yeah. So the rest of you can go back to the yeah. Thank you. Right. Okay, they have to decide who will carry the flag. Yeah. Okay. Okay, the 4 of you at the back, you want to sit there, you can, or you want to go back? Up to you. You want to stay there and give him the energy? Okay. But strictly no talking. This is very important. Okay, keep absolutely quiet. Yeah. Oh, you're holding something. Is that your mascot? Yeah. You want him to wear? Okay, right. Okay, right. So, okay, let's have, yeah, we try to ask questions that can be answered more easily. And hopefully, if you answer this question right, both of you, then we'll have to ask another one, okay? So the question is, name the cells that synthesize myelin, M-Y-E-L-I-N, myelin, around the axon of the ganglion cells of the eye. Okay, I repeat, name the cells that synthesize myelin, M-Y-E-L-I-N, that surround the axon of the ganglion cells of the eye. Clock, please. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, so one is swan cell, one is oligodendrocyte. Now, both of these cells synthesize myelin, okay? But one of them synthesizes myelin in the central nervous system. The eye is in the central nervous system. So the correct answer is oligodendrocyte. So congratulations, Wien University. Okay, I'll pass the time back to the quiz committee. So, yep, quiz committee, you can take over the ceremony.
Hello.
What a meaningful video. We believe that this year's competition will definitely set the bar and the momentum for many following seasons of the Indochine Physiology Quiz in the future. Coming up next, we would like to respectfully invite Professor Chen Hui-min on behalf of the judging panel to deliver a speech. Please give a big round of applause to welcome him.
Yeah, so we've all enjoyed this first pioneer milestone competition in Indochina, and I'm sure that this will be the beginning of more annual event with more teams. And I already hear my colleagues discussing the venue for the second Indochine quiz in 2024. But here I want to make a commercial, and that is end of July, there's this mega global quiz hosted by Indonesia, and we're expecting at least easily 70 medical schools. Previously, we were having up to 90 medical schools, but because this is the first post-COVID event, so perhaps that's why the participation is not as large as previously. But at the last count, there were only 3 medical schools from Vietnam who have registered to join the 19 quiz in Indonesia. So I hope that the lecturers who are here, if for some reason you have not received the information, although the deadline is officially over, I can easily speak to my colleague, and they are still welcoming more teams from Vietnam and other countries. So please let me know, and I hope to see more teams from Vietnam to join us, especially from Vin. You are inspired today, so I hope you will join us. Your lecturer is not here, I know. Please tell your lecturer to send you all there. And I know Vin University has a lot of money. So money should not be a problem. Yeah, okay. So thank you for this opportunity for me and my wife to be here in this city and to enjoy a lot of activities. When we saw the activity in Onday, we thought that is so fun. So we missed doing that, catching the fish and all that. Anyway, so thank you very much again, and we look forward to more opportunities to interact with all of you students, as well as with my colleagues. Yeah, thank you very much.
Coming up next, we would like to respectfully invite Dr. Trần Thái Thanh Tâm on behalf of the Competition Organizing Committee to deliver a summary report of our competition. Please give a big round of applause to welcome her.
Good morning, all of you. And on behalf of the organization, I would like to say thank you so much for your coming here. And you know that all the good things must to be the end. So today, I would like to say that thank you so much for Professor Yoshihiro Kubo from Japan. He come here to express the invitation and promotion to IUBS. Thank you so much for Professor Chen Hui-min and Mrs. Chen from Malaysia come here to bring a very exciting competition to all of us. And thank you to all of the school coming from the north, Ho Chi Minh City, and from the south to our university to have this very exciting competition. And I think that although we have the first prize, the second prize, the third prize, or the fourth or consolidation prize, but I think that all of us are win because we have learned a lot of things from you, from each other. We learned a lot of things from the Professor Chen, Professor Kubo, and other lecturers, not only about the research, not only about the teaching methods, or about the quiz, about the competition, but we also learned about the experience in our life about the behavior, how to behave well with each other. And the most important thing that I hope all of you will be very happy, will be enjoying the time you be in our university. Yeah, and I hope to see all of you in the next occasion. Although all of us are very busy with our life, with our work at the university, the hospital, our family, etc. But when coming here, I hope you can do all the things you like, you relax, and you have a wonderful time enjoy in CuocThi University. Yeah, hope to see you again. And once again, thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the moment we have all been waiting for, the announcement of the final results of the Indochine Physiology Quiz 2023. In terms of the prizes, there will be 1 first prize, 1 second prize, 1 third prize, 6 fourth prizes, and 11 consolation prizes. We will also have 1 best individual prize for the contestant with the highest score in the written round, and 1 best team prize for a team with the highest score in the written round. To all other teams that participated in this competition, you will also get the consolation prize. All the prizes will come with cash and certificates from the organizing committee. So please connect us after the ceremony to receive the money.
We would like to invite team from Vinh University for the best team prize and student Huỳnh Bảo An from CTUMP for the best individual of our competition to head to the stage. Please come to the stage so that we can give you the prize.
Congratulations to you all. Our best individual. 3B from CTUMP. The second team led Mr. Kabul. The third team, Cardio and the Respiratory team from CTUMP. The next team, Vietnam University of Traditional Medicine. The fifth team is from CuocThi Indochine. We want to congratulate you all for getting the 4 prizes in our competition. May I invite Dr. Wu and Dr. Daniel to give the gift to our team. Please welcome. University for getting the 3rd prize in our competition. All members of the team, please come to the stage to receive your gifts. May I invite Professor Jae Min to come to the stage to give the gifts to our 3rd winner.
Professor Dr. Yoshihiro Kubo to come on stage and give the gifts to our 2nd winner.
Thank you everyone. Last but not least, we would like to congratulate and introduce the champion of the competition this year. Congratulations to Team Vinh University for getting the 1st prize in our competition. You all are very talented and well deserved. May I invite all of the members from Vinh University to come to the stage and receive our gifts. We would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Nguyễn Trung Kiên to come on stage and give the gift to our champion. And congratulations again. like to invite everyone to come on stage to have a photo together. Please come in. Xin mời tất cả các thầy cô và các đoàn dự thi tiến về sân khấu để chụp một tấm hình lưu niệm ạ.